the ones that are open to talking about it, and the way I explain it to them is, okay, so here's the edge, and when we start with education and relapse prevention, that gets you a little bit further from the edge. We teach you about your triggers, your people, places, and things, all the coping skills. That gets you further and further back. We develop a support system. They get you further and further from the edge. But if you don't work on your emotional sobriety, that puts you in a very risky position. You're still close to the edge. If you don't work on the emotional sobriety and all these issues that fuel that emotional intoxication, you're already close to the edge, and that can tip you over. So uh, I so agree. And it really improves the quality of life if you've never been aware of, like, there's all these issues I have, and it's kind of like your house is full of clutter, but you don't know it. You finally clean it up and open up the windows, the light's coming in. There's a whole nother life that these issues are just really bogging you down. So, I also, to your point of introducing it too early in recovery, I was probably a year sober when it was introduced to me. And again, I was reluctant at first, but there was a point to where, like, the basically the sky had been ripped open. It's like now I could really see what was going on, and um I could hardly even put thoughts together for a week because it had just really shooken so much up. And so I really agree with your point of not introducing it too early in recovery.
Yeah, and I want to point out two things. One is my dad's parents, neither of them drank, but they were over the top fundamental Christians. And his mother's brother died of alcoholism. So it was in the family. Those traits were still there and they still passed down. And then again, there was a lot of
Mhm.
cultural stuff there too, with which I don't want to get overly analytical on. And then oh my gosh, my other point. See, I told you earlier I might like have a hiccup and forget what my point is. Maybe it'll come back. So,
What are some of the biggest challenges that recovering parents face?
oh, that's great. Building trust back with their kids. And I don't think I'm unique. I kind of expected this is a mistake I made. I thought getting sober was going to solve everything, you know,
Mhm.
that if I just got sober and stayed sober, that they'd forgive me and move on. But it's so much more than that. It's so much more so. It's a process. I definitely, in my story, and which what motivated me to write the book, um, made more mistakes at first than I made correct decisions. All those traits from my childhood, being superficial, trying to be sweet, trying to charm my kids, trying to buy their love back. None of that worked.